What if I told you everything you've been desperately chasing, the perfect body, fame, success, more money, is not actually what you truly want? Hello, my name is Jessica. It took me over 30 years to realize this, and I hope in the next few minutes you won't have to spend that long. We've all said this to ourselves. I'll be happy when I lose weight, when I get promoted, when I have a partner, when I'm successful and respected. But here's the truth I wish I had known earlier. I am already enough, and you are already enough, not because of achievements, but because you exist. When I was younger, I really wanted to be famous. I was 12 years old when I had my first role in a school play. I received attention, praise, applause, and it felt good. As a child who often felt unseen and not special, acting made me feel valuable. So in my young mind, I believed, if I become famous, everyone will like me. My life will work out. I'll finally be happy. I chased that dream for years. Auditions, rejections, small wins, big hopes. Always believing the next role would make me feel complete. But I eventually realized something. I wasn't chasing fame, I was chasing love, validation, acceptance. And those were things I could have given myself all along. We've heard stories like Jim Carrey, who once said that after becoming incredibly famous, he still felt empty because fame doesn't fix the emptiness inside. Another example from my life. I used to believe no one would love me unless I was thin. Whenever a relationship failed, I blamed my body. I became obsessed. And yes, I eventually lost the weight. I found a wonderful partner, but the obsession didn't disappear. And that's when I understood what I truly wanted wasn't a perfect body. It wasn't a perfect relationship. What I wanted was to love myself, to accept myself, to feel enough exactly as I am. And I could have done that years earlier. Think about your own life. How many times have you achieved a goal, felt happy for a moment, and then immediately chased the next one? Why does satisfaction fade so quickly? I work with elderly people, and they've taught me something powerful. We are never standing still. We are either growing or shrinking. Some people grow older with curiosity, joy, and purpose. Others are still obsessing about wrinkles. Even at 90 years old, the obsession with appearance, status, and validation doesn't automatically disappear with age. It only stops when you choose to stop it. Do you know what true freedom feels like? It's when people's opinions no longer control you, when you can speak without fear, when you look in the mirror and accept the face staring back at you. That is real confidence, not the kind that seeks validation online, not the kind that performs for attention, but the quiet kind, the stable kind, the kind that comes from within. I used to think I wouldn't feel safe until my mortgage was paid off. Then I realized, even without debt, there would always be something else to worry about. What I was really chasing was the feeling of safety. I once reflected on an idea often attributed to Albert Einstein, that you must decide whether the universe is friendly or not. And when I chose to believe that life is working with me, not against me, I started to feel safe, not because life became perfect, but because my perspective changed. A while ago, one of my YouTube videos did really well. I was excited. Then fear showed up. What if the next one doesn't do as well? And I realized I had forgotten the point. The point isn't to go viral. The point is to grow, to serve, to add value. That's where fulfillment lives. Here is what took me 30 years to understand. Everything you chase is actually just a feeling. You want success because you want to feel valued. You want a partner because you want to feel loved. You want money because you want to feel safe. But those feelings can begin right now. Want to feel enough? Give yourself permission to feel enough today. Want to feel loved? Start by loving yourself. Want to feel safe? Choose to trust that you can handle whatever comes. Life isn't about reaching the top of the mountain, because once you reach one peak, there will always be another. And that's good news, because the meaning of life is in the journey, in growth, in becoming. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, even when it feels uncomfortable, you are expanding. And that is the hero's journey. So let me ask you, what are you waiting for? What do you believe will finally make you feel complete? Give yourself that feeling today. Don't wait for someday. Life isn't about arriving at a magical destination. It's about growing until your very last breath. And that is already happening right now.